Joining me today at the NYSE Tech Summit 2023 is James Novak. He is CEO at Zoovu. James, it is great to have you here. Thanks for joining me today.
Thank you, Judy. Thank you very much.
So James, tell me about Zoovu and the problem you're trying to solve.
Yeah, thanks. First of all, it's an amazing event here. It's busy. It's awesome. Glad to be here. So Zoovu is a leading AI commerce discovery platform for e-commerce. Basically what we do is we solve a problem that millions of customers, you probably have every day. You go to a website, you're a motivated buyer, and you can't figure out which is the right product for you. A simple search of laptops, for example, 15,000 results. How do you know which laptop is the right one for you? So we do that by combining great data problems, solving great data problems for our customers, but also great experiences, and we try to replicate the in-store experience for those end users looking to buy things.
Okay, so how are you actually doing that? How are you replicating that in-store experience?
So imagine you're going into a store and you talk to the most educated, best, charming sales rep that you can find in an in-store experience. They take their time, they ask you questions, you answer questions. Are you buying that laptop for school, for work, for play? What's your budget? What do you like to do on weekends? Do you need to carry it in a backpack? They ask all these types of questions for you, and ultimately they recommend the right laptop for you. When that happens, you're more likely to buy, you're less likely to return. We take that same kind of in-store experience and we turn that into a digital conversation. We do that with guided selling assistants. We also do that with configurators and intelligent search.
All right, and tell me, why haven't e-commerce companies been able to solve this problem before?
Yeah, it's a relatively new problem, right? SKU count has exploded over the last few years. So maybe a year ago, there might have been 500 laptops to choose from, and it was easy to kind of discern the one that you want. Now there's 15,000 to continue on with this laptop analogy. But mostly it's a data problem. When you have 15,000 SKUs, you never really figure out which is the right laptop for you. You have incomplete data as a brand, which is the right laptop for school versus work versus play, for example. And it's really hard to make all that data discoverable for their end users. The second part is you need to have really great experiences on your website. Majority of brands have been spending all sorts of ad dollars trying to bring in consumers to the website, but haven't really thought about, well, how do I figure out what's the right product once I land them on the website? And so it's a relatively new problem, but it's hard for brands to solve data problems. It's hard for them to solve really great experiences on the website. That's where we come in and we solve those two problems for them.
Now, e-commerce has grown tremendously in recent years, but do you expect that to continue even with the macroeconomic headwinds? And how is that impacting Zoovu?
Yeah, so first off, even though we have kind of macroeconomic headwinds, it's well documented and it's relatively difficult times in retail as a whole. E-commerce as a category continues to grow. So we're squarely placed within e-commerce, and so we're seeing growth based on e-commerce growing as a percentage of overall retail sales as a whole. So that's kind of, we see it in a positive light. We're working with our customers to convert more of their more of their in-person shopping to online shopping. Lower cost of sale, higher conversion rate, better margins for the brands. And so we see kind of tailwinds in e-commerce, not really headwinds happening.
And what role is AI playing in improving e-commerce?
You know, fortunately, AI has been a part of our DNA. We've just intersected it with the proliferation of AI everywhere, and we're talking about it here at the conference today. I'm sure you've talked to lots of people about it in the past. We've had AI built into our platform almost since the beginning. So in what we do, we think about how do we structure, enrich, and normalize data. We use AI to do all of that. We use AI to figure out what are the right questions to ask in which order to get you to the product that you want. And now with LLMs and generative AI, we can now have dynamic conversations in search with customers to say, oh, are you looking for a laptop? What questions do you have? An open-ended question, we can now use LLMs to fill in all of that data. We do a fantastic job at accuracy, finding the right product for the right customer. Now LLMs and AI can fill the dynamicism of a human conversation in a structured environment. That's really exciting for us and something that I don't think anybody else can provide, but us. We have a really unique position to be able to do that.
And who are some of your customers, James?
Yeah, today we work with some of the largest brands in the world, Microsoft, Dyson, Bosch, Miele, companies with large amount of SKUs, complex go-to-market, complexity in their channels. We navigate all of that for some of those largest brands in the world.
All right, well, James, wonderful to talk with you. Thanks for joining me today here at the NYSE Tech Summit.
Thanks, Judy. Appreciate it.